Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge and we are back today with another login routine just to show you guys what I do basically from the moment I log into the game, and showing you how quickly I can get through the objectives and other items that I look to farm using my energy and so forth. So that way maybe my routine can help you guys kind of see and formulate game plan from the day to day. I am pretty efficient as well, and especially with some of the processes that they have streamlined into the game now. And again, this is coming from an end game player, so if you guys are starting in the game or in mid game, this might be slightly different depending on the upgrades and unlocks that you have, but nothing going on right now in the game in terms of events, so we can keep it super simple. So first and foremost, when you do log in, the first item that actually does pop up is the calendar. So what happens here is there's a daily rewards here, and you can go through and actually start collecting all this, and this is the first thing that generally should pop up when you log in, essentially just building up for the free rewards that you have daily. Next up, I do focus on the energy. When I do wake up, my energy is usually full, so you can, this is a great chance to go ahead and, use up some of the energy that you saved up. So for ISO 8 energy, generally you can check which ones are kind of lower on what you need. So I don't remember off the top of my head, but usually I go for anything that's kind of like around the 1,000. I own 1,000, so then I'll farm these nodes here just to use up the energy and get that out of the way. If you guys were doing the coordinated assault event where you do have to get additional points for spending ISO 8, this is where you can actually refresh it here, right in the top right with the lightning bolt. Obviously right now we're saving up for another event that's coming up, so I'm not using any of that right now. From the campaign standpoint, recommendation wise, especially if you're an endgame player like myself, with these new heroes assemble, villains united, hard difficulty modes, there are some highly sought after shards right now. So I'm trying to max out Cersei right now, but what I also recommend about these difficulties is that they do give out higher training materials. That way you can bring up your characters, right? These are the only nodes that actually give you 2 L3 training modules that you can farm, so take advantage of farming character shards that you may or may not have yet, as well as these training materials that we do need over time, especially with it being a constraint of the game. So we got the campaign energy all good to go now. Next up, I usually go through my challenges to kind of see what's available here. Anything that kind of sticks out as red on the screen, right? So we got challenges here. You can see here the gold rush. This one's usually pretty good to go. So go ahead, instant auto win 3 times. Original biofuel, same thing, right? Whatever you have that you can farm at the utmost. Medical supply run. So it really depends if there's a blitz event. Usually I save this because, you can see I own 500 or 500. So if there's a blitzing event involved where you do need recharges used, this is where I would save it up. Now, to my recollection, I don't think there's an event, but I'm just going to leave this running for the time being if something does come out in the reset later on. If not, I'll go ahead and claim it, because the nice thing about this medical supply run when the charges are maximized is that you do get gold. It's not much, but you do get gold if you don't have to use the blitz refreshes there. So that's a freebie there. And then next up, I check the supply store. So this is generally that opportunity to spend a bit of gold, adding to the golden opportunity milestone. So I'll go down here. Usually what I'm looking for is actually the catalyst. So I spend a little bit of gold here on the catalyst because the focus catalyst and the health, they're highly coveted, especially getting to gear tier level 13, 14, as well as 15. You just need those materials over time. This is a good opportunity here as well, now that they kind of revamped the store, to see if there's any uniques that you need, right? Carbodium, gravitonium, anything that you want to take advantage of, even with the use of gold, because gold right now isn't really a constraint as much as it was back in the day. There's just more areas of the game that you can actually get gold now, which is nice. So generally, other than that, I also just buy these low materials down here because I always seem to be running low on them. So something that's actually in my inventory that's below that 1,000 mark that I try to aim for. Nothing in the blitz store usually that I get. Everything's been maxed out, so I just ignore it. Raid store, now that they revamped this store, it's actually really nice. When they do have catalysts in here, I do try to take advantage of it. So usually it's the health or focus ones that I aim for, as well as any of the uniques again that you need. So this superior tempered osmium, because it is a newer resource in the game, I try to add up on that, and as well any of these uniques that you need potentially for characters you haven't brought up yet, right? I think Astrals, running a little low, as you can see, 220. And then I'm eventually gonna bring up Psylocke as a Death Seed, so that's why I'm buying that there. Vibranium is another good one because we have potentially the build up Wakandans and War Dogs, so I add that one up. So it really just depends on the meta, right? Whatever's running low and in the meta. I don't usually buy anything in purples unless my benchmark again is like newer items like the osmium, maybe like anything below 2000. So you know, this arcane powder would be a good one. But yeah, I go ham on the Rayge credits just because we get quite a bit of it, and generally it's a quick you know, peek of eye just to see if you need anything. Otherwise, the L3 training module, this is kind of what I use my arena credits for now, guys. I don't really use it for anything else with the shards. Most of the characters are maximized. I can't justify buying Spider-Punk credits yet just because 975. We know it's going to be lowered later on, so it's not a big deal. As for the War Store, nothing much going on here unless there's actually the teal materials here that I need, and generally nothing, so I'm just going to be a wait and see approach, right, and just to see what happens here. Uru, we know eventually that I can foresee Cersei being a potential upgrade in the future, so I'm just gonna still load up on this because we do have the Cosmic Crucible credits here, and then I scroll down usually as well just to see. This is the one that's the huge one to get to actually G17, so that's why this is definitely one that I try to buy when I can, especially you know, that's pretty much the lacking resource in my roster anyways. I don't usually do anything in the Elite Store. This is something I just glance over, and then as well the ISO 8 I don't do anything either. So that's pretty much my supply routine there, guys. Next up we have kind of like the milestones here, right, in terms of claiming. But golden opportunity, this is the one where generally you want to you know, stop at least at some point to kind of maximize some of these power cores. So my spending anyways per day has been about 2.7 million. I usually stop at 2.7 because it does give you a little bit of the T1 ions and as well as the T2 ISO 8 credits. That's where I would recommend, and this could be like anywhere from upgrading your characters that you need for certain metas. I've been working on just like Death Seed and as well as you know, any kind of Death Scourge related items there. So that's a good one. Usually it's 2.7 million is where I typically stop. And that's pretty much it for aspects of the game, guys. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead now and start kind of like loading up everything in terms of my daily objectives. So I'll just go ahead, I'll start claiming everything here. Adds to the strike pass, obviously, but then, yeah, you can see now how automated and how quick it is. That I do appreciate how fast that process now is, especially when you have the 7-day login streak. So then I'll go ahead, then start claiming the rest of the donations here. And then that pretty much concludes what's going on here from my daily objectives. Otherwise, it's just making sure that you do the daily raids, right? So that's next up. We don't have Gamma running right now, but just because of the lack of energy, so definitely we gotta wait for that. But then otherwise, I'll go ahead and finish up my Doom 3 raids here. That's wrapping up soon here in an hour and a half. Usually takes 25-30 minutes depending on how many raids I gotta do, but I already did some as of yesterday. And then otherwise, that's pretty much what I'm doing from a game standpoint, guys. You can see that there's something live right now, the Energy Overload. So always see what's going on. Energy Overload is a great opportunity right now to actually take advantage of farming. So you know what? That's a good one to show you. So 250 we're getting for that cost. And again, I'm going to go back to the Heroes and Villains hard difficulty mode just because they have, again, shards that I want, right? And this is going to be really good. It's going to add to my credits for raids for my team to actually initiate, but as well it gives me character shards that I actually need, and as well, again, these L3 training materials, guys. Can't stress how important those are, honestly. At the end of the day, really adds to the long term in terms of us needing a material and resource. Cosmic Crucible starting in a few hours, so I'm looking forward to that. But otherwise, just checking the inbox, guys. Last and foremost, before I log out, I'm just gonna go scroll down real quick to see if the last day is still, you know, a couple days away. These rewards, when they expire, you don't actually get them, so you want to kind of keep a close eye on the bottom. And the reason why you don't try to open anything is you just never know the milestones they're gonna throw at you, especially with this upcoming Power Core one. Make sure you guys are saving that one up. So little things like that, you make sure you capitalize. And then again, otherwise, I'm just gonna go ahead and probably spend my 2.7 million on training characters, and that's pretty much a wrap, guys. So yeah, that's my login routine right now, and then I'll be back later on in terms of the energy, the claiming, but otherwise waiting for the reset, and then rinse and repeat, guys. So overall routine, I was detailing everything, but yeah, you can see time recording only about 9 minutes. That's just kind of me walking you through the mental processes when you're you know, out and about, you can definitely do this quicker. 5-6 minutes, boom, you're done and out of the way. If assuming there's no raid battles, right? If there are raid battles, then it's gonna take quicker. But typically that would be my routine, guys. And as well as if you want to capitalize on the free energy that comes at every reset throughout the day. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if your routine's similar to mine, but I just rip through it daily now. It's pretty much automatic for myself until there's events coming out, right? So pretty smooth and pretty chill right now. Let me know what you guys think below. If you're similar, your routine's a little different. I'm curious to hear, guys. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.